Hi, everybody. This won't be a long message today. It's Memorial Day. So, first of all, I wanted to say happy Memorial Day to you. My father was a Marine, so this day is particularly memorable for me. I grew up in a very patriotic household, and so Memorial Day has a lot of sweet memories for me. Very patriotic memories. But I guess it was for that reason that I take note of the rising merger of politics and illness. Don't worry, this isn't going to be about politics, but it isn't going to be about this interesting, curious merger of how people respond to their relationship to the virus and self-care with politics and a political response. And so let me just take it to a different level, which is one of a couple of lessons that have served me well in life, and maybe they might be of value to you. Years ago, I was greatly influenced by a teaching from Taoism, and that is. Let me back this up just for a second and say that no matter what is going on, no matter what moment we are in life, no matter where we are, I hold to the higher truth that everything is serving our path of consciousness, no matter what, and that what consciousness is all about, what this life is all about, is our growing in awareness that we are the co-creative engines of what's unfolding within us and around us. Nothing else makes sense to me. Nothing else makes sense to me. And that every choice we make has a consequence in our life. And if you reduce that teaching to the tiniest place in your life, to what you do in your office, or to what you do in your kitchen, or to what you say in a relationship, you'll see that what you say to someone has a consequence. You'll get that what you think in the privacy of your thoughts has a consequence to how you feel. Activate anger, and you'll see in your body it has a consequence. Activate something tranquilizing, and it has a consequence. I mean, we can't avoid the laws of co-creation, the mystical laws that of cause and effect, of action and reaction, of the law of sensing, the law of these are the laws that govern our lives. So with that in mind, one very wise teaching, and here's the power of wisdom, is that we don't get caught up in spectacle. That you recognize what a spectacle is, and that you have, and then you engage. And here's the power I love. Here's the grace I love. And it is a grace. It's the grace of discernment. I love that word, discernment, because I love that grace. What it is to be discerning, to recognize this is a spectacle, and I'm not going to release my power to that spectacle. For example, people screaming in the street is a spectacle, and the wise teaching is, in the next second, it's going to stop. It's going to be gone. I said, people have said to me in my workshops, I'm so upset about what this person has said. And I said to one woman one time, well, I understand that, but bring me what she said in a box, and then we'll talk about it. And she said, what? And I said, put it in a box. Put what she said in a box and bring it here, and we'll look at it and we'll talk about it. We'll see what size it is, what color it is, what shape it is, and then we'll talk about it. and we'll see how bad it is. And she said, well, how am I supposed to do that? And I said, well, it's up to you. I mean, it's obviously bothering you, and go find it and bring it in a box. And so she was, she got angry at me, and I said, well, put that anger in a box with it. And I said, it's all a product of your perception. You've decided to be angry. It's up to you. You've decided to attach yourself. I said, in the next second, I'm going to be gone. That woman's gone, and you've decided to attach to something you've perceived, and it's gone. It was a spectacle. It's gone in the next second. Discernment is this powerful, powerful grace that allows you to perceive something as this temporary illusion, this temporary scene at a beach, or this temporary scene of something you're hearing that someone's saying to you, that you realize that's just emotional blather, and I'm not going to get caught up in what that person's saying. I'm just going to let that spectacle pass me by, and I'm going to stay centered. No matter what that is, whether someone's telling you to invest in something because you're going to lose all your money if you don't in this moment, or to take this medication because if you don't, you're going to die on the spot, or buy this house because if you don't, there'll never be another house like it. Or if you don't start this business right now, there'll never be another opportunity. I'm telling you, it's your last one. All of these are what Buddha would call illusions. They're spectacles. And discernment is your capacity to realize, I'm responding to a fear. There's no truth here. There's not a drop of truth here. Discernment's your truth monitor. It's your truth monitor that allows you to realize, I'm actually attaching to a fear. And if I attach to this fear, I'm going to lose my power. I will become disempowered, and I will attach to this, and I will hemorrhage. My psychic power, my emotional power will hemorrhage, and I will be caught up in something that I will help co-create, and I will help co-create this fear. And that's what a truth is. And I will not be caught up in that illusion. I just simply won't. And that is what consciousness, that is what the spiritual journey is about, is a person's capacity to discern what is real from what is not real, from what is worthy of you investing the precious power of your creative force into. This is what I am devoted to teaching now. This is what your power is all about. That this world is so filled with hysteria, with illusion, with anger, with madness. We have been inundated with these panic-driven thoughts for years now, for years. And it takes a great deal of discernment to hold back and say, I'm just not attaching to that. I can't afford to attach to that. It clouds my vision. For a person to decide, I need to refer to my interior to see what is real, especially now when it's the container of you. To have all of your energy present is exactly what your health requires, is exactly what your well-being requires as you navigate the days of your life now to create maybe a brand new path for yourself where you have to discern, making decisions perhaps that you've never made before in your life. So if someone says to you, what are you doing this for? You can't, this'll never work. No. You can't afford to listen to someone else's fear in navigating your life. You can't afford to listen to someone else who might not have your best interests at heart, or they are panic-stricken you can't afford to listen to their panic. So I counsel you this morning with to take time to reflect on the power you have to sit back and discern, what am I hearing? What am I listening to? What is motivating me to make the decisions I'm making right now, and to truly clear out thoughts that are being driven by fear and replace them with wisdom, and replace them with what your own inner self is telling you about common sense and clear judgment at a time when that is the safest light within you. And you know me, I always leave it on a prayer, which is, hover over me, hover over me. If you ever needed that kind of light and guidance, it's now. It is now. That prayer always works. So I'll leave you with that prayer. Hover over me now. And have a blessed Memorial Day, everybody. Thank you.